Now with a climb like this, mindset is really important. If you can come into a climb with a positive mindset, that's going to help you fight through those tough sections, because if you get bumped offline and you just give up, well, that's the end of the climb. But sometimes you got to adapt. So keep a positive mindset. Sort of make a challenge to yourself or to some of your friends to get up some of these climbs, and I'm sure you're going to be more successful than not. Flat pedals versus clip pedals. Now when you're starting out, flats can often give you a little bit more confidence and you can try these climbs. But once you get experience, clip pedals is definitely going to help you more on steep climbs, because you can actually pull on the upstroke of your pedal revolution. Especially with steep climbs, if there's some good traction, you want to really get out the seat. Try standing more than you are seated. When the traction gets a little bit less, yes, you can sit a little bit, but keep forward on that seat. But experiment with it. Just because it's a seat doesn't mean you should be seated on these climbs. I often drop my seat, even 10 mils. It just gives me a little bit more freedom for the bike to move under me. And the same as where I sit on the seat. If I am doing seated pedaling, I'll move at least 10 to 20 mils forward on the seat and just lightly sit on it as well. That helps keep my weight nice and forward. So coming up to a steep climb, it's really important that you look very far ahead that first time. Have a good gauge at that whole climb that's ahead of you. From there, you can start making decisions on where to set up, your gear selection. Then when I start tackling this climb, I'm really trying to focus on the spots that I can pedal in a smooth area and gain that momentum. We obviously don't want to strike a pedal on those rocks. So with these climbs that have rocks or other obstacles, it's really critical, as we said, scan the terrain. You can make a plan on where you're going to pedal and let that bike move. You can almost lean it away from some of the rocks as well. So a tactical approach to think about is to break the climb up into segments. So the first little bit, I'm opening up the turn. Then I'm finding a smooth area where I can really put the power down to sort of use that momentum to get over the rocks. Then if I find another area that I can put some momentum down, I'll do that. So don't think of it as just one climb and one speed. I'm tactically deciding when to sort of go a little bit slower so that I can punch out some of those steep areas. So positioning on the bike, you're not in full attack mode with those elbows super out. You can really think of it as how light can you feel those elbows and let them sag a little bit. And the same as your grip strength. We don't want to, sort of bare knuckle it, because then the minute you hit a bump, the bike's going to sort of fight away from you. So just be relaxed with those elbows. The more you let them sag a little bit, it actually gets your weight nice and over the front wheel. And if we take it one step further, you'll also see that you need to move your weight around on the bike. So if there's a sort of steep pitch or a rock coming, I'll get light on the front wheel, I'll get the front wheel over onto a rock, and then I'll push my weight really far forward and get light so that the back wheel can follow up and not get tagged on those rocks. You may be thinking just because you've come up to a steep climb that you've got to get your gears into the easiest one as quick as possible. But try not do that. We often need a little bit of a harder gear so we can put the torque down and get up those steep climbs, because the easier the gear is, you're not going to put that much power down, and you sometimes need that for a quick pitch. And often with a gear that is a little bit too light, and if you're seated especially, it often makes the front wheel get a little bit too light and wander, and that's obviously one of the big no-nos when tackling a steep climb. Now we've spoken about a lot of different techniques and strategies to get up steep climbs. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but mountain biking is all about experience. So the more you can get out there and try some of these techniques, the more confident you're going to feel and the more fun you're going to have out there. So next time you're out there, focus on one or two and do it a few times and see what works for you.